Voting begins today in the world's biggest election in India. 166 million voters in 102 constituencies across 21 states and territories are voting today in the first of 7 phases spread over the 40 coming days. With 39 seats from Tamil Nadu, the largest number of seats in the first phase is from southern India. Voting is also held in 12 seats in Rajasthan, 8 in Uttar Pradesh, 5 each in Maharashtra, Uttarakhand and Assam, 4 in Bihar, 3 in West Bengal, 2 each in Arunachal Pradesh and Meghalaya, and 1 in Manipur. Assembly elections are also in 1 seat each in Chhattisgarh, Mizoram, Nagaland, Sikkim, Tripura and Jammu and Kashmir. The Union territories going to polls are Andaman and Nicobar Islands, Lakshadweep and Puducherry. Big leaders have started to cast their vote. Rashtriya Swayamsevak Sangh Chief Mohan Bhagwat was one of the early voters to cast his ballot in Nagpur. Actor Rajnikant casts his vote at a polling booth in Chennai. Union Minister and BJP candidate from Bikaner Lok Sabha seat, Arjun Ram Meghwal, too arrived to vote. Former Chief Minister Kamal Nath along with his son Nakul Nath casted the vote in Chhindwara. A big focus in the first phase is the Tamil Nadu state. Prime Minister Narendra Modi visited Tamil Nadu multiple times during campaigning. As the BJP sought a foothold in the state, however, the leading contenders are still the ruling Dravida Munnetra Kazhagam or the DMK and the All India Anna Dravida Munnetra Kazhagam AIADMK. India's largest state of Uttar Pradesh will see a 3-way contest between the National Democratic Alliance and the India Bloc and the Bahujan Samaj Party. The other crucial states are West Bengal and Maharashtra. While the BJP is seeking a stronger majority, the opposition India Bloc are hoping to rebound after facing reverses in the 2014 and the 2019 elections. The gigantic exercise involving almost 1 billion voters is spread over 7 days across the world's most populous country in the peak of the summer heat. It ends on June 1st and the votes will be counted on June 4th. Well, we now have with us Siddhant Sibul joining us live from Delhi and Dharamjot Kaur who's joining us live from Alwar and Rajasthan. Now, let me first go across to Siddhant and ask him, Siddhant, tell me, what do you see around you? What is the voter turnout like?
Well, I'm right now standing in front of the India's Election Commission, and this is the body, this is the institution that is leading the charge in making sure that every Indian who is eligible to vote is able to cast his vote. Now, when 1/6 of the humanity goes to vote, essentially, this is going to create ripples in terms of how there has been global interest in terms of covering the Indian elections. As you have already pointed out to the details, that several tens and thousands of people have started to vote in the first phase as well. And there has been enthusiastic response. More and more numbers have been given out by the Election Commission as to the percentage of the people who have casted their vote, like in UP, currently in several areas where there voting taking place. The last I checked, it was 25% when it comes to people casting their votes. But essentially for the Election Commission, the biggest worry comes from making sure that there is no violence when it comes to the voting. It should be peaceful voting. And secondly, also dealing with with fake news. This is something that has been the key crisis for the Election Commission, and it has been dealing up with various initiatives, including coming out with a separate section in its website to deal with it. In fact, when it comes to social media, dealing with fake news on social media, instant action is expected from the Election Commission. So a long drawn essentially phases of Indian election starts from today, and for that the Election Commission is making sure that everything is smoothened out.
Siddhant, we will keep coming back to you through the course of the day, and we'll be sure that you'll get us the latest updates from what is happening around you. But let me first now go across to Dharamjot, who's joining us live from Alwar in Rajasthan. Dharamjot, you are possibly standing in the midst of soaring temperatures. There were concerns raised about the extreme weather conditions during the polling season. Tell me, given that backdrop, what is the voter turnout like? Are people still enthusiastic to come in and cast their votes?
Well, Isha, at this point, as we're speaking in Rajasthan and in the 12 constituencies, the average voter turnout currently stands at about 23 to 24%. However, there is a lull expected now in the afternoon since temperatures will be at their highest. Let's not forget that Rajasthan is a desert state. So it's one of the most, impacted regions when it comes to, grueling Indian summers, and we're actually witnessing a peak of it here right now at this moment. So a bit of a lull at this point in terms of the voter turnout and the footfall of people who are coming in and out. I'm currently at one of the biggest polling centers here in the urban side of Alwar. From what I hear, rural voters often the numbers are larger in villages and in smaller regions. So there is a better turnout expected. But in the urban setting as of now, a bit of a lull, a bit of a downfall in terms of the footfall. The numbers are expected to rise later in the evening, probably between 4 to 6, which are the last 2 hours before polling closes for the day. So a lot of people will be coming out to cast their vote and exercise their right then later in the evening. Isha?
Okay, thank you, Dharamjot. You too take care and make sure that you do not expose yourself to too much sun and heat out there. And thanks Siddhant and Dharamjot for joining us with those live updates. For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.